Lenda ama-foreigner ibukela. I don't have anything personal against them. But ngifuna ukuthi uyibukela. Uqashwe umuntu oyi-foreigner kwi-country yakho. Nihambe niyotesta une-driver's license, utest umuntu oyi-foreigner. Ajike angaqashi, aqashe abantu abawu-4 abasuka ngaphandle. When ukhona qualified une-driver's license and you fit enough to occupy the position, but angak-appoint. Uhambe uye emavasithi ufice kuphethe ama-foreigner. Umuntu okuyena ongwala ekhaya unayo le qualification kodwa bengamqashi. Wena uthola uthini othisha bala aba-qualified bala eSouth Africa banikezwa ama-contract inyanga nenyanga ukuthi mabasayine bebe ngamatoho, kuthathwe i-foreigner libe permanent kwi-post. Ukubizwa ubuhlungu balento yobaze mhla yaqondana nawe ufuna umsebenzi. Ukubiza ngani ukuthi i-lecturer yona efundisayo, umuntu ofundele the same thing akawuthola umsebenzi kodwa ungowala. Uyibiza ngani lento le? Uyibiza ngani lento ukuthi emakhampanini kuma-restaurant yonke indawo kugcwala ama-foreigner. Abantu bala abasebenzi bese kuthiwa abawufuni umsebenzi. But let's be fair. Do you know ukuthi ubani owathola imali enkulu kunawo bonke abantu abake baclaim uRAF? Yi-foreigner that was illegally in South Africa. Lathola 500 million, today is a billionaire. Go Google the story, it's there. So lento le bafethu ngoba belokubeza in numbers eSouth Africa. Siyogcina singasakwazi ukuba control njengoba bengasacontroleki manje. Ufuna ukungitshela ukuthi umuntu onesitolo sama pouch ukwazi ukurenta u20,000 ngenyanga emall aphinde ahlale kuma suburb. Come on guys. Come on guys. Lento manje ngayiboni manje uyibona mhla yaqondana nawe.
Bafethu, I know good vele nibone lama video lawa we Operation Tutula nan. You've been seeing a lot of them. I've seen a lot of them. I find them to be very interesting. I want to share a quick snippet and I want to have a discussion around it.
So uzosibopha ngithi thina as ama citizens and then nishiya ama illegal migrants. Sicela ukuthi nibizeni i-Home Affairs. I-Home Affairs ayize izoma la iyenza umsebenzi wayo. You cannot be arresting us.
There's a few things I find interesting in these issues that have to do with illegal foreigners being stopped from using public healthcare facilities, being opted for private and whatnot. South Africa is very interesting, and I think this is what happens when you are not governed, when you have criminals that are masquerading as leaders and presidents and ministers and so forth. It eventually shows really that the country is it's under siege. These guys are there to pocket money and nothing else. Okay? So first thing first that I find with interesting with the South African police when they deal with this matter is that they always come out to tell South Africans to say that they cannot stop illegal foreigners from accessing healthcare. The funny part is that Operation Dudula and whoever else that is implementing the story of stopping foreigners from accessing public health care is that they are doing it out of a section within the constitution. That it's basic what Operation Dudula is doing. It's what the South African police service should be doing by law. If they were following the law, they should be doing that. But it's very funny that they come to implement what is outside of the law. And the reason I'm saying this is that every time they come and threaten South Africans, if you ask them which section of the law are they basing this on or which policy, they can never answer you. That's why they always run away from cameras when they need to answer that, because their so-called protection and whatnot is not based on any policy and or any law to want to arrest South Africans from implementing the law, because what they're trying to do is to either stop South Africans or arrest them from implementing the law. The section that says that to even deal with the issue of the section that deals with illegal foreigners, to say undocumented illegal migrants, or rather undocumented foreigners, black or white or pink or purple, all right, should not be in the country. I mean, that one is clear. So I found it very interesting as well that there's a clip of one of the parliamentarians who say that the law says illegal immigrants should not be in the country. They should be deported out. And yet the constitution wants to come and say that it is unconstitutional for them to be denied health care and whatnot. Like I'm saying, when you are not governed, these are the issues that you are dealing with. Number two, I have never seen anyone from the governing party sitting and speaking about the legalities of what is happening in this country regarding illegal foreigners. I've never seen them. They can come and say Ubuntu and whatnot, but they never speak about the legalities of it. Each and every country out there that is sovereign has the right to implement policies that deal with foreigners. When we go to other countries, we are subjected to the foreign policies of those countries. Like Aaron Motsoaledi has said, when he was in one of the African countries, it was Kenya. When he was accessing healthcare, there was someone there with a speed point, and he kept swiping for his services. It's very funny that in South Africa, that should not be the case. All right. And yet, like, this is very interesting. Like, it's basically nonsense. Like, it's nonsense, Bafetu. What the ANC has done to this country is criminal. It's beyond criminal. If truly we had a proper justice system, it should have been dealing with them. But whoever comes, the new leadership that will come after the ANC, I hope you guys go after these bloody criminals. And I hope that we can go and retain laws such as some of the Chinese laws that says that corruption and whatnot, some of them are punishable by death. We really need to start dealing with some of these issues to that degree in South Africa, so that we can completely discourage the issue of this criminality that has been taking place with guys that have been wearing suits and masquerading as politicians. It's complete nonsense, and it needs to come to an end. So I find it funny that law enforcement and some of the judiciaries, the courts, will come and say illegal foreigners that should not be in the country. Whatever they're saying there, it's quite interesting. Like, I don't even know what to say about it. I don't know what to say about it, Bafetu. I just wanted to share my 2 cents there because I'm absolutely, completely confused as to what's going on. Because the law says these people should not be in the country. And then now, there is a ruling that is saying otherwise, contrary to the law. So, Asaz, we don't know. We're in a puppet country, in a puppet democracy. Everything is puppetist. Everything is puppeteering or whatever the hell you call it in the English language. Shab Bafetu.
Do you guys know what I find funny about this argument people use that, oh, well, you have to blame the government for the fact that we have a lack of resources. You can't blame illegal foreigners. And, granted, it is the government that has failed us, right? It is the government's fault that we don't have enough resources to allocate adequately. But what you guys don't understand is that even if the government did it right, even if they got it right, there would still only be enough resources for South Africans. Like I don't know why you guys always make this argument as if, well, if the government, provided enough resources, even with your position granted, it would only be enough resources for South Africans. There will never be a time where we will have enough resources for illegal immigrants, let alone millions of illegal immigrants. So like that, your whole argument falls through the roof. Most countries, if not every country around the world, has an obligation to put its citizens first. Now, if we do have resources we can spare for foreigners, for immigrants or illegal immigrants, sure. What you guys don't understand is that regardless of whether the South African government is able to adequately allocate those resources or not, regardless, South Africans should always take first preference. Whether it's the government's fault, illegal immigrants' fault, it doesn't matter. Those resources should be adequately allocated to South Africans first. We should take first preference in our country where we pay tax. Okay? And yes, that includes also immigrants who are here legally and pay tax. So yes, we should hold the government accountable completely. But don't fool yourself into thinking resources are unlimited. Even if the government did its job right, the priority will always be us, the citizens, South Africans.
I'm really tired of the narrative that South Africans are xenophobic. I'm really tired of it. When you go to Rome, you do what the Romans do. And guys, each country has its own laws. We are brothers and sisters, yes, because that's how fellow Africans blackmail South Africans. Oh, we are all South African. We are all Africans. Why don't you guys love? It's not a matter of love. We love you so much. It has nothing to do with love. There are laws in our respective countries, okay? So when you come here, there's law. So I'm going to read out the law in case you don't know it. I went to research the South African immigration laws, right? So there's what we call Immigration Act of 2002. This act outlines the framework for immigration control, including visa requirements, permanent residency, and deportation procedures. This is the South African immigration laws, right? So 2 things from there. Let's talk about deportation. On what grounds can you get deported to your country? Illegal deportation. Illegal foreigners can be detained and deported, and those who overstay their visas or fail to comply with deportation may face penalties. So if you come into South Africa illegally, you can be detained, meaning you can be taken back to your country, whether you like it or not, by force. So this whole thing of, oh, we're all Africans will not apply. The law of South Africa says you can be detained and deported to your respective country. Importance of illegal compliance. That's the second point that I want us to look into. It is crucial for foreigners to comply with South African immigration laws to avoid penalties and ensure a smooth stay. To come to South Africa, to send to South Africa, you have to abide by the law. Guys, there's a saying that says when you get to Rome, do what the Romans do. It's not rocket science. If you leave your country looking for greener pastures into South Africa, but you don't follow the law, you can be detained and deported to your country. And you don't have to hold us ransom by saying that we are all Africans, we hate each other. And let's get this thing clear. It's not just for within the continent, it's for everybody. Any part of the world coming to South Africa, this is the law, right? But I'm just saying, I emphasize on the continent because most Africans like to, what's the word? Blackmail or want us as South Africans to feel bad, emotionally blackmail us and make us feel bad and call us all names, xenophobic and stuff like that. This also applies to anyone that comes outside of South Africa, including white people. Black, white, it doesn't matter. You have to follow the law of South Africa. Anything illegal can get you detained and deported as per the law of South Africa. You also have to read the law from your country and see where it restricts you as an individual of that country. There are boundaries, guys. We cannot just do as we like. So to my fellow Africans, you have to really get into the law. Why would you travel to another country without knowing the law? It is important, it is imperative that you educate yourself of the law of where you're going, so that when you get there, you don't step on the toes of the people or the law of the people or of the government of those people. Please, it is important. Let's get it up here. Please.
Hello Mzansi, welcome to Umgosi waseMzansi. Angry South Africans are sending a message to more foreigners nebantu who actually say ukuthi qosha foreigners South Africa akusi right. Bayasho ukuthi we cannot save everyone Nkosi yami. South Africa ayinawo ama resources la enough ukuthi singasave wonke umuntu wase-Africa. We cannot save bantu laba million already laba la South Africa, and labantu siyabona ukuthi basachamuka ngebunyenti basasuka emaveni abo bete la South Africa. Uthi kumanje asisakhoni kuba control asengakanani in 15 years time to come, in 20 years time to come, kuyobe sekunjani South Africa. South Africa iyobe yini Nkosi yami ngema foreigners. Uthi asivuleni mehlo siboneni ukuthi how much this thing is actually affecting South Africa. Sesiyosebentela ama foreigners in our own country. Siqashe ma-foreigners in our own country. Ma-foreigners angasiqashi ayoqasha bobhuti wawo bomzala wabo la South Africa. Sesiyogcina singasengilutho kahle kahle thina la South Africa. Bayathanda abantu boqhamuka ukuthi bathi thina xenophobic. Asikho xenophobic, siyabathanda, but they must go back to their countries. Abahambeni obabuyele labavumbo kakhulu. And very honestly speaking, guys, we cannot save everyone. Ngeke bantu baqhamuke boMalawi, baqhamuke boNigeria, boMozambique, boZimbabwe bonke batofuneka ukuthi fuhleka la South Africa. Already says overcrowded, akusana ma resources ema-clinic, akusana ma resources etibhedlela, but bona basafela ukuthi bete la South Africa. Uma sibatshela ukuthi oh kwathina we are struggling, but we are xenophobic, we are chasing away our African brothers and sisters. So just because they are our African brothers and sisters, it means that they must come and overcrowd us la South Africa. It's not gonna work. It's honestly not gonna work. If sitoyivumela this thing ukuthi iphume esandleni kumanje njengoba already seyiphumile esandleni, wenkosi yami I wonder abantu abethi bohlala eveni lelinjani leligcwele ama-foreigner. Please do comment what you think below down on the comment section. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. I'll see you in the next one. I'm signing out. Goodbye.